I am at a absolute loss for words when it comes to starting this video, so I'm just gonna start talking. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Obviously you guys know that is the Marauder over there. Some of you, if you've been watching my videos for a long time, might have seen this Mustang before, and now it has arrived in my possession, and we're going to be swapping a 5.0 from the Fox Body Mustangs into this Mustang. So let's give you a little walk around of the car and then pop the hood and I'll show you what's underneath and the reason why we're going to be doing a 5.0 swap. So it looks like it has some aftermarket wheels on it, little Cobra emblem in the center. I think these are 17s. Yep, 17s. It came originally with a 4.6 liter V8. If everyone can remember the Drift Maro, that came with a V6, so at least we'll be drifting with a V8 this time instead of a V6, which should be considerably better. But let's get down to why we're going to be doing the engine swap. I'm just gonna pop the hood. I have the interior kind of torn apart with all of my tools because obviously I was working on it, but I gave up on this 4.6 motor for a very good reason. And watch this hood pin try to embarrass me because I could never get it on. Oh, there you go. See, talking down. And now I have to find a way to put this hood up. And there we go. So it's a V8, 4.6 liter, single overhead cam. Unlike the Marauder is a 4.6 liter dual overhead cam, 4-valve, and this is the 2-valve single overhead cam. Considerably way different motors than you might think. You guys might just have to look that one up. That motor, the 4-valve, would usually come in these if it's a SVT Cobra. This is actually a GT, so it doesn't have the 4-valve. And the issue we were having with this motor is that I'm gonna put a little piece of footage of me driving this car before, just to show you that I was driving, and it was in previous videos. I'll leave the link in the description. Also, the reason why we swapped the motor, we believe that it overheated or we had some wiring issues or something like that, and we just decided to pull the motor because we had a new one. And this one, before it went in, it had some issues where it was locking up, and it didn't lock up because someone ran it low on oil or driving or anything like that. It was sitting up and rust developed in the I guess somewhere on top of the pistons or on the rings, and just basically froze the motor up. So we pried the flywheel back and forth just by putting a screw into the back of the motor and using a crowbar, and pried back and forth until it was completely free. Got it in, and then we noticed that it probably wasn't the motor before that was bad, because this motor wouldn't start, and we're getting a bunch of wiring issues is what we noticed. It was electrical the entire time with the motor that I took out. So with a good motor, apparently now we're having the same problem. The car doesn't want to start. I believe it gives spark, the injector pulse doesn't come in, so I'm thinking it was a security issue, something like that. This is just my assumption, but we're gonna be rid of this 4.6 very soon. And also it is a manual. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me open the door. It came stick shift. You can see 5-speed. I believe that a T45 comes with the 4.6 and a T5 comes with a 5.0. That's what we're going to be going. We're going to go with a 5.0 with a T5. I took this motor out. I didn't record it, being very lazy. I haven't been recording much of anything that I've been doing, so I'm hopefully going to get back into the swing with this car, because this is going to be the new drift car. We're actually going to put the 5.0 in it. We're going to have it stick shift, hydraulic e-brake, and then we're going to paint it a whole new color scheme. Usually I wouldn't waste a lot of time painting a car, but I'm trying to do a complete build this time. So we're going to go and do all the bells and whistles on this one. And let me see if there's anything I'm forgetting. Yeah, so the way that I got this motor to like free up, I put diesel on top. Took the spark plugs out. If you look down in there, I took them out, but I put them back in after I got it free. Let it sit up for about a week or so. Then I pulled the motor and I pried the flywheel back and forth, put a bolt in the back of the motor, and then pried it back and forth with a crowbar. It came free. It was extremely loose, and then I put it back in the car, and then like 30 to 40 minutes later it was seized again, barely moving. The crank was barely moving. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm not gonna look for another 4.6 because a 5.0 and a T5 is very easily available to me through a close friend of mine, and I have to pay absolutely nothing for it. So obviously that's the way to go. And I don't have any mechanic fees unless I run into any problems, because sometimes I do run into problems that I cannot fix and I carry it to a mechanic. But I don't think I'm going to run into any issues putting a 5.0 inside of one of these. Usually people do have a lot of issues doing it because they don't have all the parts, but I'm actually doing it out of a junkyard that has a 5.0 inside the Explorer, which is the better heads and basically the better intake and stuff like that for the 5.0. And then it was automatic, so I'm gonna have to put a pilot shaft bushing in the back of the motor. Already have a clutch and pressure plate, already have a fork, already have a gearbox for it, so everything is already sourced for the swap. I just have to stop being lazy and actually get down to doing it. I don't think there's anything else left to say about this. Obviously, cosmetics wise around the body, we have a little bit of rust up here, but nothing where there's a hole yet. So hopefully I'll be done building it in like a month or two, and we could get to painting it. Has a bunch of chips and stuff just from sitting up. Like I said, I'll put some footage of me driving this car in the video so you guys can see how it ran. Wow, there's an actual lizard just like chilling right there. Obviously it hasn't ran in a while, but yeah, this is going to be the new drift project. Everyone knows that the Marauder was built for drag racing, and it does that pretty well, but it's a very heavy car. It weighs 4,300 pounds. So the kind of cars that I'm racing when I go out are extremely light. So I'm at a big disadvantage at that, which I'm not complaining. The car is extremely fast for how heavy it is. But I believe if I was to race something in my weight class, I'd be doing much better. And the whole quarter-mile thing is just very boring to me. It's one straight line, you stomp the gas and you go. You can do that anywhere. But drifting is really where I'm at. I wish I could have taken this this dual overhead cam and drop it into the Mustang. That would be the craziest build. But I don't want to devalue my Marauder that way, and it's going to take too much to put it into the Mustang. So I'm sorry if I dragged out this video too long, guys. But in better words, I'm back, and I'm going to be doing more builds like this as time progresses. Hopefully it becomes more frequent, and still not sure what I'm going to be doing with the Marauder. But if I'm going to keep it or sell it or try to finance another build by selling it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I just messed up that what do you call that? That extra? Outro? Oh shit. Fuck. bitch. Young Shaq West, and I'm getting really rich. Oh yeah, I'm tripping now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Fuck, I fucked it up again. Oh God, I wonder if I can edit this into the video. Okay, let's try this again. I don't know what the fuck to say. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Oh my God, you know what? I'm just gonna end the video. Thank you guys.